Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Swaggy Sports Talk. I know it's been a while because, to be honest, there hasn't been any news in the NFL lately, so I didn't really have anything interesting to talk about for you guys. So I don't want to waste you guys' time. But now, the draft is coming up this month, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to predict every single draft pick, 1 through 32, and let's see how much I could get right so far. For those of you guys that are just listening, you can go check out the visual podcast on YouTube on Swaggy Sports Talk. So you can search that up there and find out, you can see all the visuals of who I'm gonna draft and whatnot. So let's go. Okay, so starting first, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see. Obviously, everybody knows who they're gonna draft, and I think that's gonna be Trevor Lawrence. Let's go. Boom. We're gonna try to speed things up because we got a whole lot of teams to do. And I don't want to waste you guys' time, So far, we got Trevor Lawrence. Hang on. Let me move my screen real quick. So you guys could see the teams, actually. So I'm going to move myself up here. Over here real quick. Alright, we're good. Okay, good enough. Alright, so first we went with Trevor Lawrence. Now the New York Jets are up. Obviously, everybody knows who they're going to pick. And I think that's going to be Zach Wilson. Pretty much they're going to trade Sam Darnold away. Who knows where. But they're definitely going to get draft capital from him. So probably a second round pick, I would guess. That's the best that they're going to get off of Sam Darnold. But yeah. So the Zach Wilson era is going to begin at the New York Jets. And the interesting one where the San Francisco 49ers traded up from, I believe they were 14 or 12. They were 12 and then they traded up all the way to 3. Obviously, that's going to be a high pick for a QB. And everybody says it's going to be Mac Jones. But I think that's a reach for Mac Jones. They want to trade all the way up for Mac Jones. He's not even... I don't think he would even be a top 3 QB in this draft class. So I think it's just all smoke. And they're going to take Justin Fields, in my opinion. The second best QB, rated QB in this year's draft class. And probably since the whole Trevor Lawrence era too. They've been going back and forth together 1 and 2. And Zach Wilson just came out of nowhere, to be honest. So the Jets are probably going to roll on that hype with Zach Wilson. And the 49ers are going to get the second best QB in the draft in Justin Fields. Next, the 4th pick, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons is pretty tough. I don't really know much about that roster, but I know Matt Ryan is still cuffed up a bit because he signed for a huge deal. So I think he has at least 1 or 2 left in him, and then they could get rid of his contract because I don't think it's guaranteed right after that. So I believe they're going to go with Kyle Pitts. Boom. They could add another weapon out there since Julio Jones is getting old. Calvin Ridley's doing his thing right now. So that he'll probably be the secondary option out there because who knows, Julio Jones is always in and out in games, always missing. So they're going to have a guaranteed weapon out there for Matt Ryan. It's going to be Kyle Pitts. And I see that's a huge good fit over there. So next, the 5th pick, we got the Bengals, aka Cincinnati Bengals, if you guys didn't know. But Joe Burrow, he's been getting hurt. He actually got a season-ending injury for a rookie QB, which isn't good. So that's a sign that they're gonna need to go get a draft, a offensive tackle, and they're gonna get the best dude in the whole draft, and it's Penei Sewell, And then next, Miami Dolphins, they're obviously gonna get a wide receiver. I think, even though they got Will Fuller, he still could use Will Fuller could be a slot guy, because that's he only knows one route, and that's to go run a post, So they're gonna need a second weapon out there on the outside. And I think it's tough right now. It's a 3-way tie between Jalen Waddle, Jamar Chase, and Devontae Smith. Who really, I don't know. That's tough. Mm, they already have Devontae Parker, which is like almost the same build as Jamar Chase, but I think they're gonna go with Jalen Waddle. Boom. He's gonna be the Tyreek Hill out there for Tua. So I feel like they're gonna go for Jalen Waddle out there. The Detroit Lions, I think they're gonna go with Jamar Chase. No brainer for them. Even though Devontae Smith is still on the board, but I don't think that's what Detroit's looking for. They want like a tough, rugged, physical wide receiver like they had in Calvin Johnson, and Jamar Chase is the next coming, I think. So they're gonna go with him. And then 8, we got the Carolina Panthers. Okay, obviously they need a QB. They got a bridge quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater, which is like convenient enough to say, but they could go either way with how they want to go though, because they still signed him to, I think he has 2 more years, and then they could break his contract on 1 more year at least. But I know there's a lot of rumors that they're gonna go with Mac Jones, and that's tough. I think that's the way they're gonna go exactly too. Trey Lance is still out there too. Trey Lance is still on the board. But Joe Brady, what does he like? Does he like? I'm gonna go. You know what? Just to shake things up, cause all I see was Mac Jones going to Carolina. I think they're gonna go with Trey Lance, just cause he's more he has more like tools that you could work with him. He could run, he could scramble out. He's like could be the next Cam Newton out there for Carolina. Not as big and built like Cam Newton, obviously, but a better thrower. Let's get that off the line. You know what I'm saying? The Denver Broncos is next at 9. This is where either Trey Lance could have fell to, but I think they're gonna go with Mac Jones over here, if I could find him. He's way down here, rated 65. All right, I think they're gonna ride with Drew Lock, obviously, for this year. And if things don't work out, I think they're going to dispose them. So I think they're going to have Mac Jones sit behind him and see how things go. But that's tough. Either Mac Jones or, what's his name? The linebacker, Michael Parsons. What do they need more? That's tough. I'm going to go with Mac Jones. Just because that John Elway, you know what I'm saying? Like, since he's over there, I feel like they want the next Elway out there. And I'm not saying that Mac Jones is the next Elway, but they want a good quality QB out there. And Drew Luck isn't cutting it, So I'm going to go with Mac Jones. And then 10, we got the Dallas Cowboys, all right? Dallas Cowboys, I think, obviously, they're going to go cornerback. I don't think it's going to be Caleb Farley because he's injury prone right now. He had to get a back surgery and whatnot for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but like off football related thing, So I think they're going to get the best available option is Patrick Surtain, the second. Boom. Coming up, we got the New York Football Giants. Don't really follow the team like that, but I see what I see from like the outside looking in, And I think QB, they're gonna ride with not Mac Jones. I almost said Mac Jones. Daniel Jones, all the way through. So I think they're gonna invest in him. So they're obviously gonna go with. Do they need? I think they signed a couple tackles already. But let's see what's the options out here. Let's see. Team needs edge, tight end, linebacker, cornerback, wide receiver. They picked up a lot of good wide receivers. So I think they're all set with that. I think they worked on the offensive tackle already too. So I think they're gonna take the best available option, which is Michael Parsons. Boom. And I think they do need a linebacker out there anyway. So he could be like a hybrid role. Like he could be like a Von Miller type for the New York Giants. So I think that'll be a good fit for Michael Parsons out there. And then 12, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. Let's see. They obviously need a wide receiver. Everybody knows that they messed up last year with their draft, you know what I'm saying? Was it last year or 2 years ago? When they took, what's his name, Jalen Reagor over DK Metcalf. That was a huge, no, not DK Metcalf. What's his name? Justin Jefferson, yeah. Obviously, that was a huge mess up in the GM, whoever picked that decision, But hey, this is a second coming for them. I think they're gonna go with Devontae Smith, pair him up, Alabama with Jalen Hurts out there, and boom, they're gonna get the best wide receiver left. Well, it's still deep, but he was probably the best remaining. Now, the 13th pick, my team, the Los Angeles Chargers. You know what I'm saying? We obviously do need an offensive tackle, Christian Darrisaw. That's tough. People were saying that there's a huge drop off from Darrisaw and then Vera Tucker and whatnot, but that's tough. That's tough. For me, honestly, I know everybody's saying offensive line or bust. For me, I think they haven't been working on the defensive side throughout free agency, so I think they're gonna get their dude out there, the shutdown corner. Obviously, it's not Caleb Farley, and everybody knows the Chargers' history with being injury prone and whatnot. So I'm gonna stay away from him in the first round. He'll probably drop maybe in the second to who knows where. But I think you gotta get the best availability weapon out there, which is what's his name? J.C. Horn. Boom. I said it. Yep. I shook up the whole Chargers nation. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we could have got Christian Darrisaw or Rashawn Slater, something like that. But I want to go with a shutdown corner. So, you know what I'm saying? We got him on one side starting, Michael Davis on the outside starting over there, and then we got the slot, Chris Harrison, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we got to ride over for defense. We got to upgrade our defense. We didn't really do much work in the defense at all, so we got to get that going right there since we didn't sign nobody on the cornerback. So I feel like we got to get the second coming of Jalen Ramsey, and J.C. Horn, which I think he's the exact mode and the way he plays the game. I've been watching his vlogs and I've been very invested in his skills. He knows a lot about the football. Obviously, his dad played on Joe Horn as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good fit out there. And then next is the 14th pick with the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, I think they're all set on defense. Wide receiver, they're all set as well. They could use the offensive line, so I think this is where we could have went for the Chargers, but Christian Darrisaw, boom. We'll go over there. Actually, wait. Is Rashawn Slater better than Christian Darrisaw? I forgot. Hold on, let me change the ranking first. I think Rashawn Slater was higher. Whoops. Could I go back? Could I redo? Oh well. Alright, so I accidentally drafted the wrong dude. It was Rashawn Slater, who I think was the second best. Not Christian Darrisaw. I was looking at the wrong player ranking thing, And New England Patriots. At 15, what do they need? They need a QB, linebacker, wide receiver, CB. I think they all set with CB. Wide receiver, they just got Kendrick Bourne. I highly doubt they'll go wide receiver in the first round. So I think they could use a QB. Let's see what QBs are left. Kyle Trask, that's a reach. Kellen Mond, that's interesting. Thomas. You know what? I think they're gonna shake it up. I think they're gonna go with Kellen Mond. Boom. The top 5 is QB are gone now, so I think that'll be a good fit for him to sit behind Cam Newton and learn a couple things, And he's pretty physical as well, and he got an arm, he could throw bullets out there, And then 16 pick, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Cornerback, I believe they just signed Patrick Peterson. I don't know if that was a 1-year deal or not, but they are pretty low out there. They did a lot of work on the defensive side. I think they're good on defense right now. Wide receiver, they got AJ Green. I think they could use a new offensive tackle, and I think they'll go with Rashawn Slater. Boom. Even though kind of would flip it backwards. I would put Rashawn Slater going to the Vikings and Christian Darrisaw to the Arizona Cardinals. All right, next we got Oakland Raiders. Let's see. What do they need? Offensive tackle, linebacker. Let's see. I think they'll go with. Everybody knows they like a speedy guy, but I don't think they invested into a wide receiver right now. Wait, what wide receivers do you have left? I know they got rid of what's his name, to the Patriots, but they do need a wide receiver though, and they do need some offensive line. But I think they'll go Elijah Vera Tucker in here, just because they're rebuilding the O line, so they're gonna need some couple guards out there, and I think you could fit Elijah Vera Tucker, any position you want on the offensive line. So boom. Next, the Miami Dolphins are back on the board at 18. Let's see, who could they go with? Wide receiver. All right, they're all set with that. They could use a edge. Let's see, Jalen Phillips. I think he's the best out there. Let's see. Yeah, they did lost Kyle Van Noy, so I think they're gonna go with Jalen Phillips right here. Boom. That'll be a good match out there, especially with the coaching out there. They're pretty tough and they know how to use their players. 19, we got the Washington football team. Offensive tackle, obviously they need. They're doing pretty good right now. They're all set in wide receiver, how I see it, because they got Curtis Samuel and Trey I forgot his name, but shout out to him. And I think they're gonna go with offensive tackle maybe, or linebacker. Let's see what the best available option is. Jeremiah. Come on. Let's see. Who do they have on the team? I barely know anybody over there, but I feel like they will go edge, offensive tackle. That's tough. Let's see, Tim Jenkins. All right, this is where I get stuck in. I want to just use my expert guessing. I feel like they're gonna go with. Let's see. Linebacker Jeremiah Owusu. I can't even pronounce his name to be honest. I don't want to Anyways, if you guys are watching it, you guys know who I picked for them. Jeremiah Owusu, straight out of Notre Dame, linebacker for Notre Dame. All right, there you go. All right, 20. We got Chicago Bears. This is a rare one because they do need a QB, but I think they're gonna ride out Andy Dalton all the way. So they do need a tackle and wide receiver as well. I'm gonna go this is tough. Greg Newsome. That's interesting too. Greg Newsome could be interesting out there for them. But I think they're gonna go with offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins. Boom. Just keep Andy Dalton upright, So 21, we got the Indianapolis Colts. Let's see. They do need offensive tackle, and they do need They could use another weapon wide receiver. They got what's the name? Michael Pittman Jr. And then they got T.Y. Hilton, but he's been he's in the same Julio Jones, hurt, not hurt. You know what I'm saying? Going in and out of the games. So they could use a new wide receiver out there just to learn on a T.Y. And I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go with Rashawn Bateman, straight out of Minnesota. Boom. There you go, guys. All right, 22. We got Tennessee Titans. They do need a lot of work on the defensive side. I feel like they're gonna go with Eric Stokes. Actually, is Greg Newsome good? I forgot to put on tape on Greg Newsome, but Caleb Farley's still out there, but I think he's a reach in the first round because he's injury prone. I don't think nobody wants to really gamble on him until the second round maybe. So I think the second best option out there is Eric Stokes in my opinion. Boom. Let's see. The Jets are back on the board at 23. The needs, QB is all set. Cornerback, edge, wide receiver. Let's see. What do they need? I don't even know. Like defensive side. Who they need? They play cover 3 now because the new head coach Bob Saleh out there. So I think they'll go with edge, and they're gonna go with Azeez Ojulari. Bam, 22. Boom, to the Jets. 23. Sorry. All right, 24. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're gonna reach out in this one. They're not gonna go. They do need a cornerback because they cut like 2 dudes, I think. Greg Newsome the second, nah. Caleb Farley, nah. They're gonna reach for this one, and they're gonna go with, if I can find them. Nope. Asante Samuel Jr. Boom. Yeah, I said it. Asante Samuel Jr. at the 24th pick overall, because at the not the combine, Asante Samuel's pro day, you saw Mike Tomlin give a handshake to Asante Samuel Jr. So I know he's invested in him a lot, and I know he really likes him on the personal side, especially with that football background with his dad and everything, So I think they're gonna go with Asante Samuel Jr. in the 24th pick. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars are back on the board at 25. Let's see. Their QB is all set. What kind of weapons do they have out there? I don't even know. Offensive tackle. They could use a tackle out there to protect. Wide receiver. I don't even know like the rest of the wide receiver now, to be honest. Besides my boy Elijah Moore, what I'm saying? That's my boy. He's like the next Odell coming up. Mark my word. Remember this. Record this. Elijah Moore's the next OBJ. Watch. You'll see. My boy nice. Let's see. I think they're gonna go with. They already got a running back. They're all set with there. And what's his name? The head coach out there got some relationships right now. Florida, nope. Let's go tackle. Samuel Cosme. Interesting. That's interesting. I think they're gonna go wide receiver. Let's see who they got on the board still. Damn, this wide receiver board is deep. I feel like they do need an edge though. Paley. Now this is a tough part right here. I don't even know like who to pick now. I'm gonna just go with edge and Kwity Paye. Boom. I'm gonna go with him straight out of Michigan. Which is a huge gamble. I don't even know like who's over in Jackson right now. So I feel like they're gonna work on the the defensive side. So boom, Kwity Paye out there. Don't take it for granted, guys. I'm just guessing. I don't really know like other teams' needs that much. So, it's just all an assumption. 26, we got the Cleveland Browns. Let's see. This is tough right here. They're loaded on defense right now, so they're obviously gonna go with offense, I believe. Wide receiver, they're all set. They could use what did they need last year? Wide receiver, they're straight. Running backs, they're straight. They signed mad people. Cornerback, straight. Safety, straight. They can use a linebacker or another edge. Didn't they sign another edge though? I forgot. See? My brain's in a cluster right now. This is tough. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna search this up first. Cleveland Browns defensive line. Let's see who they got. Myles Garrett. That's it. Oh yeah, they were trying to get J.J. Watt. So I do they think they're gonna get a top edge out there. So to pair up on the other side. Let's see who's left. Jason Owe. Owe. All right, we're just gonna do that. Jason Owe to the Cleveland Browns at 26. Next, we got 27. Baltimore Ravens. They do need another wide receiver though. Not gonna cap. So, safety edge. Nah. I think they're gonna go with offensive side. Wide receiver. Gonna take the best available. Terrence Marshall Jr. Is he nice? He's from LSU though, so who knows? Or that, or they go Elijah Moore. That's tough. What do they need? They need another weapon to pair up on the other side with Brown, you know. So we're just gonna go random guess. Terrence Marshall Jr. LSU. Boom. Baltimore Ravens. Next, we got 28. The New Orleans Saints. They do need a lot of things. QB, I guess they're gonna ride with James this year, so they don't need that. Wide receiver, they got they still got Michael Thomas out there. I don't think they'll go wide receiver in the first round. They do need some work on the defensive side. Linebacker. I don't know who they lost this year. Who did? I know they lost Emmanuel Sanders. Craig Newsome. Tight end, no. Running back, they're all set. I think this is where Caleb Farley, boom, 29, will be going to. He's ranked 29 in the rankings, but 28 to the New Orleans Saints. Caleb Farley, boom. They don't really need to start him right away, so they could, whenever he's ready to play him, boom. Now they got a good, solid cornerback out there, 29, Green Bay Packers. There's a lot of issues going on right now with extending Aaron Rodgers, so they don't need a QB. They got Kevin Love behind him. They're probably gonna start him probably next year. Wide receiver, they do need a wide receiver, but the Green Bay Packers never drafted needs. So who's left? Kadarius Toney. Alright, we're just gonna go Elijah Moore to the Green Bay Packers. Boom. Now Aaron Rodgers is happy. If he's still there. Hopefully he's still there, But yeah, that'll be a perfect match. Him, Devontae Adams, boom. All twin weapons out there. 30, we got the Buffalo Bills. They do need to work on the defensive side. I think they got Trey White still. It's kind of hurt. Offensive line, they're straight. Edge, wide receiver. They do need another wide receiver, though. I know that for sure. I don't know if they'll reach in the first round for it, though. Nah. We're going to go with... We'll just follow the chart team needs. We're going to go cornerback. This is where I see Greg Newsome, the second. Boom. To the Buffalo Bills. 31, Kansas City Chiefs. This is pretty much obvious. They're going to go with offensive tackle. And, not tackle. Either tackle or interior lineman. Landon Dickerson. Who did they... No, they do need a tackle. Because they lost Schwartz. Samuel Cosme. Boom. I think that's where the gonna go. Boom. Damn. Alright, so 31st, I had the Kansas City Chiefs drafting. Damn, the sun's in my eye over here. Drafting Samuel Cosme. And 32, the last team for the first round, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're pretty much all set all around. They don't need a QB. A lot of people saying, oh, they're going to draft QB, sit behind Brady. Highly doubt it. I don't think they'll waste a pick like that because Brady got, obviously 2 more years on him. Wide receiver. They could use another wide receiver or defensive lineman. They retained everybody from last year, but except for Antonio Brown. So this is where I feel like they could go with a slot weapon. But then they do got Scotty out there, Let's see. They need offensive line. Maybe. Do they need... Alright, I think they're going to go with offensive interior lineman, Landon Dickerson from Alabama. Boom. And there you go, guys. Here is my mock draft 1.0, you know. Swaggy's 1.0 mock draft. Check this out. Number 1, recap. I got Jacksonville Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence. 2, Jets taking Zach Wilson. 3, 49ers taking Justin Fields. 4, Falcons taking Kyle Pitts. 5, Bengals taking Penei Sewell. 6, Dolphins taking Jalen Waddle. 7, Lions taking Jamar Chase. 8, Carolina Panthers drafting Trey Lance. 9, Denver Broncos are taking Mac Jones. 10, Cowboys are taking Patrick Surtain II. 11, the Giants are taking Michael Parsons. 12, Eagles taking Devontae Smith. 13, Chargers taking J.C. Horn. 14, Vikings taking Christian Darrisaw, which I would have flipped with Rashawn Slater going first ahead of Darrisaw, you know. So that's my mess up. 15, Patriots, they're going to reach and take Kellen Mond in the first round. 16, Cardinals are going to take Rashawn Slater, which should have been Christian Darrisaw, because Rashawn Slater should have went first, of course, obviously. 17, the Raiders are taking Elijah Vera Tucker. 18, the Dolphins are taking Jalen Phillips. 19, Washington football team taking Jeremiah Osu-Okoramoah. 20, the Bears are taking Tevin Jenkins. The Colts at 21 taking Rashawn Bateman. 22, Titans taking Eric Stokes. 23, Jets taking Z Ojulari. My fault. Alright. 24, Steelers are taking Asante Samuel Jr. 25, Jaguars are taking Kwity Paye. 26, Brown. Fuck, damn. Got a tongue twister going on. There's too many listening right now. Alright. 26, Cleveland Browns are taking Jason Owe. 27, Baltimore Ravens are taking Terrence Marshall Jr. 28, the New Orleans Saints are taking Caleb Farley. 29, the Green Bay Packers are taking Elijah Moore. 30, Buffalo Bills are taking Greg Newsome II. 31st, Kansas City Chiefs are taking Sam Cosmi. 32, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking Landon Dickerson. And there you go, guys. All right. Woo. I feel like I was reading a whole book out there. All right, guys. That's going to be it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the mock draft 1.0, the Swaggy edition. Don't forget to rate this podcast 5 stars, like the video, comment down below, and always keep it swaggy. I am out, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.